Secret friends, unite!
Welcome to the Secret Friends Unite podcast, episode 541. This is your guide to the geek side, and I have one of your hosts ending his tenure at Secret Friends Unite with this episode.
That's right.
Todd Oxtra.
It's the Hunger Games. After this, I have to take him out behind the woodshed. Sorry, folks. We had a poll, and that's what the public wants.
Old Yeller.
Sorry.
You had a good run. Time to go.
Oh, but yeah, I will be your new, I'm your daddy now. No, I'm the new stepdad. Secret Friends Unite, I guess. But man, no, we have an exciting show. We're sending Todd off in glory. In the back half of the show, we have our dear friend Jonathan, Johnny Rose Cyr coming on to wrap up the now 10th season of the Summer Movie Wager. So it'd be very exciting. And then we'll send Todd off in some style. We'll talk about some news. We'll geek easy it, and then we'll talk some movies. But first and foremost,
I just want to say one more thing too. I want to say thank you because we already recorded the last bit first, so we did finish that. So, I realize I should probably say thank you to everyone who has joined us, and me specifically, because Charlie's still going on with this. The last 12 years with our Facebook group and with the podcast and the videos and the Patreon. Thank you so much. It couldn't have happened. We wouldn't keep doing this. I mean, we could just do this and never put out a podcast. But everybody that's joined us and supported us, it's been phenomenal, and I appreciate all of you. And I am hoping, I want to thank all the guests we had on the show. We made amazing friends along the way. And Charlie, you'll still do that, have new guests. And that's what makes the show a lot of fun. Just talking to people, meeting new friends and talking about the stuff we love. So thank you once again. But let's make this episode happen.
Let's do it. All right. Well, we'll go real quickly because we got a lot to talk about. Patreon.com/Secret Friends Unite. That's where you get our exclusive shows, early shows, great Discord benefits, 7 days for free. Try it out. I'm telling you, half off your first month, and then stay on board for as little as $2 a month. And again, for the sake of brevity, Patrons, you know who you are, but we would love to keep this list growing at patreon.com/Secret Friends Unite. We would love to see you there. Okay, there's a lot of drama around this cover in the last 5 to 10 minutes because I'm like, are we not doing the cover for the last week? And then you toss this one up here and I'm like, I recognize the name of that because this book, if you're looking at it on YouTube, is Marvel Premiere, which was I want to call it the equivalent of like a sketch show or a variety show. It was the SNL of comics. Like, we got a sketch this week, but yeah,
it's like the pilot, right? If the pilot, people liked it,
it might become a book. But I remember in the 90s, I picked up a book called, it was either a limited series or a series that got canceled because let's face it, they're both kind of the same thing. That was Seeker 3000. We're talking 93, 94. And I'm like, they've got a ship, they've got a crew. Maybe it's like Star Trek. But I thought it was new. I thought it was new IP. Now it turns out this book is from 1970, I'm going to say 7 or 78, just based on the 35-cent cover price. And you got a crew of, it looks like a representation of Earth, the white, the black, I'm thinking Native American all the way over at the right. And then we have what I'm guessing is an alien, or at least a woman who likes face masks, which I suppose was big in the 70s. But the outfits are, you got the big bowed out collar, and each one has like one of those things you blow bubbles with is stuck to their neck. Like, do you think if you popped it loose, you could just go like you could blow bubbles? Yeah. Isn't that what it looks like to you?
Yes.
So that pops up. Maybe bubbles. That's what it pops up. That's what it does. And they're on a ship that kind of looks like, I don't know, how would you describe it?
It kind of looks like if you took a weird looking variation of like a Starfleet vessel. It's got weird wings, but it's got like the fin in the middle, kind of like, what is it? What's the A-wing? What's the one that
B-wing from Star B-wing. Wars? Yeah.
Kind of looks like a B-wing had sex with a Starfleet vessel.
With the Enterprise. Oh,
yes.
B-wing had sex with the Enterprise. So there, it's the blurb on it says, "Last hope for mankind's survival, they fled a dying Earth to seek salvation in the stars." That kind of seems like as they were flying away, they were just doing this. See you, Earth.
Screw you.
Screw you. Yeah, exactly.
So this is a real story of all the billionaires.
Oh my God, you're right. So there's Elon. There's Elon
Melania,
was the only one I could think of. Yeah, Melania.
She's joined.
Oh God, yeah, and yeah, exactly correct. All right, so since you couldn't find a summary for this, did you finally find it? So
I did not.
Do you just leave it up to just giving it a spin?
You know, at that point, Charlie, if you want to tell me what happened, because it kind of says kind of the plot, I guess, right in the cover.
I think it's exactly that. So these are the 5 most scrupulous people who outsmarted the billionaires and stole their get away from the dying Earth ship, and then they all leaned out the back window as they were taking off and just gave the bird to like Microsoft and Tesla just gave them the finger, and then they flew off into the stars. And then their adventures on a weekly basis is probably just running into aliens to kick the shit out of them, because nobody likes Earth people at all, ever. And you know what? For good cause, because we wrecked our own planet. Look at us.
And this is the hard part about this one. Was it only a one? Sometimes Marvel Premiere had like multiple issues or something. Yeah. I'd have to look to see if. Yeah,
there's got to be. Hold on. All right, you keep jabber, John. Let me bring up the old wiki.
So,
Marvel.
Charlie, what was your date you gave it?
77 or 78.
January 24, 78. So there you go. This was written by Doug Mensch. Tom Sutton penciled it. And then let's see the characters. Seeker 3000 crew. So the ship was the Seeker 3000. Jordan Shaw.
Oh, okay.
Valida Payton. John Baer. Ben Payton. Jason Fedra. Census. And the antagonist, the 6, and Overlord. And they were on Earth 4489, Charlie.
I did just bring it up, and I shared a link in the chat from the Marvel Wiki, which is the most worthless wiki of all. There's never any solid information. There's just links. So yeah, which is probably what you were looking at. So yeah, Jordan Shaw, Valida, John Baer, Ben Payton, Jason, Phaedra, and Census were the characters. And the antagonist was the 6 and Overlord. And then, yes, Earth 4489, Seeker 3000 being the vehicle. No further information. Even these creators, Archie Goodwin is the only one that is a Marvel name of the era that jumps out at me.
Yeah. Doug Mensch, he's a Mensch. He's been around.
That does sound more familiar.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Did a lot of Batman stuff. And then, so I think it only got one issue because issue 42 of Marvel Premiere was Tigra, the Feline Fury, Nightmare in New Orleans. The Renegades de-evolutionary doom turns the Mardi Gras into a festival of fear.
Right. Oh, I see it right here. Yes, I went to the next page. I like Tigra. She was a West Coast Avenger, so she gets a pass. All right. Well, you know what would be? You know what's less scintillating than Tigra in that kitty cat bikini is if you saw Madam Web wearing the same thing. You'd probably just want to gouge your eyes out with a rusty spoon.
Those aren't stripes; those are wrinkles.
But these days, fortunately, Madam Web has a little bit more modest wardrobe. She is down at the corner of Hollywood and Vine, as she is every week, with the latest and greatest news and scoops for us. So let's go check it out.
Now it's time for Madam Web's rumors and news. Take it away, boys.
Thank you, Madam Web. Well, who knew I would retire from Secret Friends Unite before Madam Web did? Apparently, she needs the pittance that we give her every week. So, Charlie, I hope you will keep her semi-employed along the way.
Yeah. I think under state law, she gets 26 weeks of unemployment. So I managed to negotiate that down to about 11. So she's got 11 weeks.
Generous.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see if there's something. If I can teach her editing, somebody taught me, which was quite a feat. So we'll see if she can't do something to pull her weight around here. All right. This, somebody posted this earlier this week on our Discord, and I was like, they're putting a movie out this quickly, but 28 years later was that was a summer movie, right? Or was that back in the spring? Now I can't remember. But
it was summer.
it didn't really chart. It didn't factor into our top 10, which we'll hear about in a little while. But they already were cocked and locked for the sequel, which comes out on January 16th. So 6-ish months later. That's pretty rare. They shot these back to back, but
is it 28 weeks later? Literally, is it
12, 24, 36 would be 3 months. So I'm afraid not.
Because this is January, right?
No, weeks. Yeah. So I'm sorry. 4. Let me count again. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Is it 20? Is it really?
I think it might be 28. Yeah, that'd be great.
I can't believe it. And you just
the next movie comes out 28 days later.
Oh my God! You just saw me have to count off math on my fingers. That's embarrassing. Hope you're not watching the YouTube at this point. But yeah, so this is picking up. I get the vibe where last film left off, though also interspersed with some memories of Ralph Fiennes' character as the doctor, good old Mr. Boney. What was the name of his character? I can't remember.
Yeah, good question.
Boney Joe. It'll say in here
Boney
somewhere.
James. Dr. Kelson.
Dr. Kelson, yes. Now, he is the creator of the Bone Temple, which was quite a chilling. It's exactly what it sounds like, and he was able to grant a merciful death to one of the characters in the first film. If you've not the previous film, the 28 years later that came out this summer, but that movie ended with a start your engines moment. Like, hey, we're gonna, I hope you get a sequel. Well, now, boom, you got a sequel 28 weeks later. So, what's going on in this trailer?
So this one's a little different. So, I mean, I guess we'll have to do a little spoilery here. Things. The Bone Temple was basically a memorial that the doctor, he wanted to memorialize people. He wasn't a killer or anything. He just used he wanted to remember everyone, the memory. So it was great. But this one is essentially taking place like very quickly after the movie. And that movie ended with a very weird segment where the boy Spike was out on his own. And he didn't want to return back to his dad. And then he was essentially saved by track-suited people with bad haircuts.
And gold teeth.
Yeah, it was very weird. A lot of people are like, this doesn't make any sense. This is very odd.
Very weird.
And but apparently this one is going to essentially tell us more about that group. And also focus on Samson, the really super evolved, crazy infected. And once again, Dr. Kelson, apparently Spike is joined, I guess his name is Jimmy. Jimmy, the insane Jack Jimmy. So Spike has joined that group. And now Spike gets this really nice bad haircut as well. And it seems like Jimmy might not be a good guy, as we've seen. We've got to see people like tied up. Maybe. So, yeah. Right. So, I don't know. This one is kind of cool that we're getting this so soon. And it's dealing with something that,
This does mention that this film will likely be where we'll see the return of Jim, the first zombie survivor who was Cillian Murphy, from the low budget original film. Which, Todd, you've seen. I know we talked about this when it came out. Have you seen all of the other films?
Yeah. I rushed to see them all before the movie, so I saw it. So I had never seen 28 weeks later. Yeah, so I found that one pretty unremarkable. The first one I absolutely loved, and it was this super low budget. You don't know how they got it made because they shut London down and filmed it and did it with all these different angles and stuff. So it's really pretty impressive. But I found this movie very impressive that this is teeing off of, and now they're bringing it back. So I'm looking forward to this. And horror films have kind of found a kind of a weird niche in the first quarter of the year because we've had some nice delivery on that. So I'm looking forward to it. So speaking of horror and something that you saw a trailer and you're like, what did I just see? Marvel Zombies. Now this is coming out in 2 weeks, September 24. Yes. And we got a trailer earlier this week, and it's a red band trailer. It's absolutely, I don't know. Mature. I feel like Disney's going to get some emails about this because people will not.
be prepared, even though it was very beautifully set up that, you get an opening shot. It's very dark. You see a walker or a zombie stumbling, and it says the following trailer is TVMA. And then an arrow flies through that, cuts it in twain, and hits the zombie in the head, knocks him down. And then we're off to the races. We get another 2 minutes of guts and gore, and we're seeing Blade. So it's Marshawn Ali's debut as the character, though obviously in the what if format, I'm assuming. But then you're getting a return of Elizabeth Olsen as the Scarlet Witch, the zombie witch, but apparently she's going to have lines. Maybe she gets changed back, or it's a prequel portion or something. But okay. Hawkeye, Captain America, who's of course not actually Chris Evans. Florence Pugh back as Yelena, the Black Widow, White Widow. But Rudd, Tessa Thompson, Simu Liu, Awkwafina, Haley Stenfield, Wyatt Russell, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So big cast.
The main leads will be Yelena and Shang-Chi, which is cool.
Yep.
And essentially, we've got some great scenes with Spider-Man where he's going through the crowd of zombies and just yanking their heads off with his webs, which is great.
Oh my God, it's nuts.
And, at this point, there was a shot of Moon Knight, so maybe Oscar Isaac will return. And I don't know which Spider-Man this will be. Will it be Andrew Garfield? I mean, do we know?
It was Tom Holland when they did it as a what if segment. And I assume this is spinning off of that. I think they kind of gave me the vibe. Didn't you think there was a spinning off of the what if segment?
Probably. Yeah, it makes sense because they're all, I'm assuming they will take that one part and do something else with it. But apparently this is going to be 4 episodes long, but it is all debuting on September 24th. So all episodes will drop, which is cool.
So it's similar to the Eyes of Wakanda that just came out earlier this summer. So it's just here's
or
4.
Echo,
here's
I
a
think
little.
was the same way. Yeah.
It's just this little mini-sode. So that's fun and good for them for doing something, different and keeping things going. And also, like we talked about in the past, they're not making something really homework intensive. So somebody could watch this and enjoy it and it stays there. So it'll be like, oh God, I got to go see the next Marvel movie. Have I seen all the things that came out? This and the Eyes of Wakanda were just one-offs. And that's good. It's something you can enjoy and let it go. So that's all right.
Yeah, animation, I'd say so far, Marvel's really been killing it with the animation. I really like what they've done. So I'd love to see them do more. They were all great. We're going to get another season of the Spider-Man show. We're going to get another season of X-Men. And I'd love to see what they do after Marvel Zombies, because I don't think there's anything else on the agenda for animation that we know of.
Yeah, surprises to come. All right, Todd, your favorite Jean Grey actress is going to be Lara Croft. Sorry, couldn't.
Yes, Sansa, Sophie Turner, is going to be playing Lara Croft in the Tomb Raider series, and we had heard about the series, and apparently, who is the Phoebe Waller-Bridge?
Oh yes,
is actually behind this. She's going to be basically the showrunner. Which is pretty cool. She's done some really good stuff. And the writers they'll be, let's see, Chad Hodge is going to be a writer of Wayward Pines, and Good Behavior is the co-showrunner and executive producer. Now, Tomb Raider has had multiple versions. We had the Angelina Jolie, obviously based off the video game, 2 movies of that. Then we had I believe we had another movie with Alicia Vikander, I think. Was in that one. I never saw that one.
I
heard
did.
it wasn't bad.
I thought it was okay. It didn't have all the kind of. And again, we don't want to put Angelina Jolie down because that and these movies were a big favorite of April. So I'm certainly not going to knock them. But I thought the Alicia Vikander one was a little more grounded. But then again, I could be misremembering. But yeah, there's nothing very grounded about many of the movies of the early 2000s. They were still very fantastical and CGI everything.
Yeah, what was it? The first 2 that were a little bit more like cartoonish, but they were like those early 2000 superhero films, which are just kind of like, not the greatest.
Yeah, right.
2018 was based on kind of the Tomb Raider, the Rise of the Tomb Raider. Kind of that was a little bit more grounded, more gritty about how she became kind of the character she was. That was in 2018. Wow, I felt like it was only a short time ago, but now that's 7 years.
That's dude. That's the way everything is for us now. Let's face it. Yeah, Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Animated series think there's an animated series that's out now.
Yeah.
There is an animated series that's on Netflix. It's out if you want to watch that. But yeah, I mean, why not? Try it again. This is going to be on Amazon, and they've done pretty well with their series. So, and I don't think we've seen Sophie Turner do really like physically demanding roles. I mean, obviously she went through the ringer in Game of Thrones, but
right. But she wasn't out there, fighting with a sword and stuff and doing flips and shit. So that's cool. And so this goes before the cameras early next year, which means it'll be another year before it's out and about. So
2027,
we shall see.
Probably.
Yeah.
Not bad. I mean, if it's fun, they can do a little bit more of a Indiana Jones take on a series, because we haven't had that since what was that one series, Tales of the Golden Monkey, Charlie?
Oh my God!
That
with
show?
with the absolutely canceled Stephen Collins, who was of course in Star Trek before he was on that.
And he had a monkey friend, and
what a shame. Yeah, my mom really dug that show, so we watched that when I was a kid. Yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah.
So all right, well, my favorite show right now is Peacemaker season 2. Appointment viewing.
It's nailing it this season.
It's on the calendar, and I think that there's big surprises coming up. But one of the surprises that we're getting danced around about is that this season will tie in directly with Superman Man of Tomorrow, which was announced this week. We didn't actually put that as a news story, but James Gunn did announce through a piece of art from Jim Lee and a couple of other pieces on social media that summer 2027 will be, that's when we should add that to the spreadsheet, will be Superman Man of Tomorrow, the sequel to the obviously very successful Superman film that came out this summer. But this really gets your imagination going, doing it, like, because obviously Peacemaker made a played for laughs, I mean, many things on Peacemaker played for laughs, cameo in Superman itself as a talking head with the very Tucker Carlson-esque character played by Michael Ian Black.
Yes.
In Superman. So yeah, it kind of begs the question, and really Superman made an appearance at the end of Peacemaker season 1 retroactively in the recap piece, which was kind of fun. So what do you think this is going to look like?
It's kind of weird because they talk about it basically the season finale of Peacemaker will lead directly in the Man of Tomorrow. Despite the fact that 3 other DC projects, Supergirl, Lanterns, and Clayface, will come out in between. So, that doesn't bother me, because really I don't expect him to show up in Supergirl, because that's going to be more of a contained story about Supergirl. It's
happening in space.
Based on the movie. Yeah. Lanterns, that's once again, it's going to be on Earth with this team doing their own thing, and Clayface is kind of going to be a horror film standalone. So I don't think that matters. So it is going to be interesting what would be the thing that would say what happens in Peacemaker based on this season, where you've got multi-dimensions and you've got a new head of Argus. So I don't know what that means, quite honestly. It's kind of cool though if there's something unique that Peacemaker can actually show a connection to it without being like, ruining everything and getting constrained by something. And I'm sure James Gunn said even if something changes, he's okay with like, you know what? We'll fix it in post.
We'll fix it exactly. Yeah. It's easy. So yeah, that should be fun. And again, it's weird to work Superman into the extraordinarily R-rated Peacemaker. Because I mean, there's nothing that happens in a single episode of the show, ranging from graphic violence to nudity to nonstop, effing and jeffing with the language. But whatever it will be, I kind of put my faith in James Gunn. That's weird. I mean, when was the last time you had a producer director that you really believed in them? Like Jordan Peele, I think, is an example you've used before.
Yeah, we talked about that, right? And
no, we haven't talked about it yet. It's happening in the future.
We will talk about that in the future. I can see it.
Yeah. I can. Yeah, I mean, there are certain directors and producers and entertainers that you have faith in their vision. I don't want to sound too maudlin, but James Gunn delivers. I mean, I can't off the top of my head recall something he's made that I was disappointed in. So, yeah.
There's a couple movies of his. I think the only movie I haven't seen that he made was that movie Super with Rainn Wilson. Did you ever see that one where basically he was kind of a broken dude and he was walking around as a superhero and did some pretty crappy things? I should put that on my agenda to watch that just because I loved Slither that he did. He did some trauma films before that. And then he made a video game. I'm trying to think what else he made in between that to get Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. What's up with this weird
I'm excited
one?
for this.
Yeah. What's up with this next one? So Sam Raimi is another one. Talk about horror stuff. I won't say that I have a ton of faith in him because he's made some weird stuff that I've not loved. But what is this all about? Because this is bizarre.
So there was a movie in 1978 called Magic. So this movie starred Anthony Hopkins, and it was based. I don't even think it was based on a novel by William Goldman. Starred Anthony Hopkins as Charles Corky Withers, a struggling magician turned ventriloquist who finds fame with the help of his dummy Fats. Corky slowly loses control as his twisted puppet develops a disturbing life of its own. The film also featured Anne Margaret, Burgess Meredith, and Ed Lauder, cementing its place as one of the creepiest ventriloquist takes ever put on screen. The only other one I can think of was that Twilight Zone episode where there was a really creepy ventriloquist dummy as well. But yeah, where apparently Sam Raimi is a big fan of this film and wants to bring it back. It was made in 1978, so essentially Lionsgate would make this movie, and it would be scripted by Mark Swift and then Damien Shannon, best known for Freddy versus Jason and Send Help. Freddy versus Jason was like a billion years ago. Like we're talking like 22 years ago?
Literally a billion years ago, or 22 years ago, however you want to slice it.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
I definitely should watch this film just to see what it's about. But it's kind of weird seeing Anthony Hopkins look young.
Yeah, and again, it's just if you look at the link to this article, Anthony Hopkins is in the background where this very disturbing dummy is right in your face. But there's Anthony Hopkins with like normal dude hair, with his eyes kind of half shut and his mouth hanging open. So talk about range from this to the Silence of the Lambs to being Odin. And in that movie I saw where he's the that I talked about last week about with him and the Skarsgård kid, they locked him in a car. He's in everything.
He's 87 years old and still acting.
And I'm sure, and hopefully he's not doing it because he needs a paycheck. He just wants to stay, busy doing stuff.
That's awesome. But, if he enjoys it, if you say you never have to. If you love your job, you don't have to call it a job.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
is that what they say?
Job ain't none but work. Sure, something like that. Absolutely. Okay. Oh my goodness. When's this supposed to be around? Or this is just an announcement? So a couple years down the pike.
Just announced, probably 2027. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Horror films are quick, though. They don't take a long time to make.
Yeah. Not a lot of post. All that they got to cook up all the blood. All right. Well, that takes us out of the news. Todd, I have my Uber out. I'm going to order myself up a journey to the Geek Easy. I'm skipping the commercial this week. Bye, commercial. We don't need you anymore. You're out. So we're going for it. Let's party.
We're sitting in the Geek Easy. Cover band's playing. Rock band's doing something tonight. It's Yacht Rock, because I did go to a Yacht Rock concert, so I said, why not? Let's bring a Yacht Rock band into the Geek Easy. That's right. We used to do that Yacht Rock interlude, which was fun.
And then you had your falling out with the genre, but now you're back.
Well, Steely Dan kind of poisoned me after they said Yacht Rock doesn't matter.
Come on, and then the postscript was that, and Todd Oxtra from the Twin Cities, Minnesota sucks. He made it personal. Correct. I remember that.
They did. Yeah, we have a feud. So this week though, I'm like, what do I want to watch? So I put on Netflix just to see what's new, and I'm like, The Blackening. I remember this when this was coming out. It got really good reviews, but it had not been on any streaming services. You had to pay basically VOD. So I'm like, I'll just wait till it shows up on something. And it did. It's on Netflix. So you can check it out now. This came out, I believe, in 2022 or 2023.
Why am I not remembering anything about it? Educate me.
Okay. So this film is by Tim Story, which, if you remember Tim Story, he directed the 2 Fantastic Four films. But he also did... Yeah, but he also did a lot of music videos and things like that. Tim Story is 55. He's a black guy. And he decided to take on kind of a lot of the stereotypes that we've seen in horror with black characters. So he made this movie called The Blackening. And it's an all black cast. They get invited up to this. Basically, they meet every 2 years or so, just with friends. They're celebrating Juneteenth. And they have gotten a bed and breakfast or a Airbnb, something like that. They rented it. It's in the middle of nowhere, of course. So there you go.
Why would it be?
And the cast is pretty much unknowns, except you would know Jay Farrow is in it from Saturday Night Live. So I think this is what gig he got when he was, post SNL. And then I'm trying to think of anybody else. There is a appearance by Diedrich Bader as well. That's about the only people you'll know in this film. So basically this group of friends, they're going there. They're basically post-college, going up there to just have fun and drink and get their booze on. I think the way Tim Story decided to do, he was going to make a typical horror film, but then use Black stereotypes and things to kind of say, this is what it's like to be a Black person in a horror film, and kind of play off of that, which was kind of cool. A lot of it did make me laugh quite a bit because it's like, I saw what they did there. So the script is pretty good. And essentially it becomes a slasher film. There's a twist at the end. But what I do appreciate is how they used some of those things of stereotypical behavior, what white people think about Black people, and they kind of worked through it in a very entertaining way. The movie, I had some things I'm like, I saw it a million miles away, but it's can be comedic at times, had some good scares in it. And they played with some, there's the jock, there's the nerd, there's the gangbanger, there's, so they kind of took some stereotypes there too. One girl happened to be half, dad was white, mom Black. So she's kind of on the outsides at times where they don't truly see her as really Black. And I really liked it. I thought the ending was, I think I saw that coming, but that was not the point of this. It was to be a horror film, but play around with all of those things. So it's kind of like Scream. It's like this is like this is a film for fans of horror who are Black. It's
Black
like
Scream?
It's their version of Scream. Yeah,
Black Scream. Scream Black.
Yeah, so I liked it. It has a mix of, plays on a lot of horror film genres too. It plays a little bit with what's the one movie where I'm blanking on the name. It's with Jigsaw.
Saw.
So it plays a little bit with Saw as well, which is kind of cool. So if you're interested, I can say once September starts, spooky season, enjoy. You can watch horror films and movies anytime, but this is the time. Really get into spooky season. Yeah.
True dad. All right. Well, let's see. It was early last week. I always put this challenge to April because she's his analysis paralysis picking a movie. I said, all right, I'm going out and playing pickleball. Maybe gone for about an hour and a half. Pick something. I'll come back. Whatever it is, we'll watch it. And I said, that's the assignment. You got to do it. And I came back and she said, I picked something. It's a franchise. I'm not going to tell you, but I'm just going to turn it on. And it was John Wick. And I said, man, you, Johnny, been after me about this for years. And I'm like, this just looks like a dumb punch up and blah, blah, blah. And we started watching them. And dumb punch up, portions of it. And it was funny because John and I were talking about this yesterday. He says, yes, dumb punch ups, but I like the world building. I like the scope. I love the surprise of like, okay, now the ransom on his head is $26 million and he's walking down the street and the guy, the hobo sitting there pulls out a machine gun, so I likened it and they leaned into it maybe a little too hard in the last movie, which was 4 hours, almost 3 hours long, but they turned it into The Warriors, which is a beloved film of mine by Walter Hill from 1979. But they took the DJ bit with the Black DJ bit for bit. Because that was what happened in that film as well. That film, The Warriors, if you've not seen, is available on AMC Plus or video on demand. But it's funny because April recommended John Wick and she won't watch The Warriors because she watched it one time and hates it. So it's funny. But no, I got my way through John Wick. And again, the fight choreography, obviously expert. Do I feel like it went on too long? Maybe, yes. But it's not necessarily being judged by, is it going to win an award for something? It was telling a story from start to finish that they did finish. You know what I mean? And as I understand it, Ballerina is a prequel taking place between 3 and 4.
It's in between, yeah. And I would say, I think one of the best things of 4 I liked was Donnie Yen playing a blind assassin.
Another blind character.
Another blind
character. Did in Star Wars.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, so Charlie, now you'll have to watch Ballerina and The Continental, that series on Peacock.
Oh, yeah. Ballerina is not yet. It's not yet on streaming, and the Continental it is not out yet. I assume.
No, it is out. It was a limited series on Peacock, I believe.
Oh, well, then I'll tell April when we go upstairs. Perhaps we'll watch it.
It's a prequel with Ian McShane. Basically, it's Ian McShane, how he became
the manager.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
okay. So you've seen all of it then, you're saying?
I have not. It's like set in the 70s, I believe, or 80s.
So it's his character, but it's not him, I assume.
It's not Ian McShane. No, they did not DH him for it. So it's a younger version of himself.
That would be silly. But yeah, I'll go Peacock, so I'll make a note of it. And too bad you won't be around. We can't talk about it, but we could always come back for a John Wick special.
Charlie, you could talk about it yourself if you want to. I mean, nobody's going to stop you. It's your show.
I could. I have some plans related to doing, getting into TikTok and just coming on and having Charlie talk about stuff. It's something I've been kicking around. We'll see what happens. Daryl Dixon is back. This is Carol and Daryl, and it started in France. She wasn't in the first season. But the first episode just dropped today. So this is over on AMC or AMC Plus.
I thought it was already. Maybe I saw a review of it. I thought somebody said there was a review of like the season. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they already got all the copies.
It might have been a review of the series because there was a clip that gave you, because when the episode dropped, it was here's the episode, here's this season on, and then here's a review of seasons 1 and 2, which was very, very short. But by this, they made a big exodus at the end of last season that they were literally traveling through the Channel to get from France to England, and so they end up in London. And guest star for the episode is Stephen Merchant. So think about great performances there. Yeah. When they're in England.
Stephen Merchant. Oh,
yeah. Yeah. You see, and this will be a normal 6 or 8 episode season, but obviously they're already off to the races, but their fates will lead them to Spain. And that is where the season will take place. España.
Is this the final season?
I don't know for a fact, but it's possible. It's possible. We didn't see the second season of the New York City one either, which April's like, I got to go back and watch that one. So I don't know if that. Yeah, I'd have to check the status of what the future of the Walking Dead
movies is. Finally come out. I can't remember.
No, they turned it into the series. Him and Michonne, and that was that was really very good. That was on earlier this year, and I talked about it back then. Forgot about it. If you're going to pick one, if you had to pick one, I would recommend that one because Rick's the main character. And
I would be.
Yeah. So that's cool. That's out now. And then Peacock, or Peacork, as I still like to call it, dropped The Paper. 10 episodes. This is the direct follow-up to The Office, including Oscar as a transitional character. Takes place in the beautiful city of Toledo, filmed in L.A., very obviously. We will refrain from saying anything negative about Toledo just because we're from
Toledo. It's so cultural and so many attractive people in Toledo.
I said we wouldn't say anything bad about it because
I did. They're attractive people. Jamie Farr.
Right. But your main character is General Hux from Star Wars. Drawing a blank on his name. Who does
Mr. Weasley?
Yes, Mr. Weasley. Who does? And I don't know if I was having this conversation here or I was talking to April about it. The quality of people who are British who try to talk American versus the opposite. I think I was talking to you about it. Yes. Is Americans seem to get the British accent better. This guy nails being American because he's obviously a Brit. Totally nails it. But he is a toilet paper salesman.
No Dick Van Dyke, I bet.
Nope. That's what we were talking about. He's a toilet paper salesman whose first love is journalism. So he takes on the nearly dead Toledo Truth Teller newspaper that has a wacky cast, including there's a great opening bit in the first episode. Oh, there's Pukey McGee, your cat.
Walks across behind the monitor towards her like, this is going to go wrong. He's going to hit the keyboard. Sorry, Lulu.
I was going to say, I've come to vomit on you. You missed it in the commercial in between. The cat was having a barf.
We had a hairball emergency. Is the best way to say
my God. But there's a great Todd. Did you watch the first episode yet? I know we've been talking about it.
I thought this was out like a couple months ago, and I'm like, I'll have to catch that. And so it's out now. It's all 10 episodes. So I will watch it. I heard you said it was basically very good, which is hard to get a first season good with a comedy.
Well, they springboard, in my opinion, off of the quality of The Office, because you get the same thing. You have a character named Esmeralda, who is the Michael Scott character. Everything she says is cringe. She's also Italian and has a very thick accent, but it's just extraordinarily super duper cringy.
That's what you need.
Yeah, some more in the last episode of 10. So it's an easy watch. We're talking 28-minute episodes. Okay. It's got a very catchy theme song. Watch it and tell me you don't think the theme song is catchy. Because I was just like The Office's themes. Yeah. This was very much in that spirit. So yeah, I highly recommend that. That is over on Peacock. And Peacock is pretty cheap, I think. I don't think they have a free tier. But even when you pay,
they used to. They used to. It's like free tier is like reruns of old NBC shows. The premium tier was like that's when you get like Saved by the Bell when they did that stuff.
But you're still watching commercials. Yeah.
Yep. Always wait until around Black Friday. They will give you like I think Paramount Plus right now is doing the same thing. $30 for a year or something like that. So that's when I typically sign up. So Peacock, I get it for like $30 a year.
Todd, maybe that could be your next great passion is the streamer penny saver. That could be your blog. Think about it.
People love getting a deal.
People love getting a deal. All right.
What's the deal? That's what I'll call it.
Oh my God, you're full of something, and in this case, it's ideas. In this case, just this case,
I'm full of deals too.
He's full of them. He's got them in the trunk of his car, his trunk of his electric vehicle. So with that, we are out of the Geek Easy, Todd. I have my phone out with my Air Qantas app to get us down to the land down under. Apparently, John's already there. I don't know if he was sailing the high seas doing his regular pirate activity. I don't know. I can't keep track of John these days. He's a wild man.
It was a cruise that went wrong.
Yes, we've got to get down to land down under. Hologram Tina and the mutants are waiting for us for the final Thunderdome. For now, there's a future for the Thunderdome, but I'm not going to spoil it for you. But for now, they're waiting for us. Let's go.
Welcome to another edition of Thunderdome.
Thank you, Tina. The mutants have been gathered for Topic or Game to be entertained. And this week, we are gathered once again to crown the winner of the 2025 Summer Movie Wager. As usual, we are joined by the usual suspects, including Mr. Jonathan Cyr, who is here as one of the original Secret Friends from college. And we have been doing this competition since 2018?
16.
Is that right, Jen?
2016.
Wow. 2016. Yes. So 9 years. I guess it would be 10 times. I guess not 10. I guess 10 times.
We missed a COVID year.
Yes.
We missed a COVID year. Yep.
Yeah, everybody did miss that year.
Hard to do a movie cast with no movies.
Exactly.
This is what's on Disney Plus. This is what's
the top streaming. Let's see how many subscribers they get. That's what I got. Right. Number one watched. It's like Netflix. How many minutes? We have to pick the most minute streamed thing. That'd be great. But yes. So once again, a recap of the game. Basically, we take the beginning of summer, which is typically now the first week of May. It seems like when we get a blockbuster, and that kicks off the summer movie season. We go through Labor Day weekend. And at that point, we have picked already our top 10 plus a dark horse. Dark horse.
Dark horse.
I know it's dark.
I don't black color, so I don't know what you're talking about. I don't
yeah. So we basically take those picks. We then rank them in the order of money earned for the summer, and then there are scoring, basically how close you get to the actual number, and then you get a bonus points for hitting number 1 and number 10. And then if your dark horse was anywhere in the top 10, you get points for that too. So let's go through basically what we all picked in our numbers. So John, why don't you start off? What did you pick for your order?
Oh, that is a good question. I should have had it pulled up and ready. I know number one.
It's the link right there, 2025 link in the doc. There you go. Yep.
So dark horse down. Dark horse down. Or up
from 1 to 10. So
10 to 1.
10 to 1. All right.
Dark horse to 1.
Dark horse to 1. So okay.
So read it back.
I'm glad we're well prepared.
Yes, always.
So my dark horse, I went with F1. Turned out to be a good choice.
F1.
Yeah. For number 10, I went with Final Destination. 9, I had Bad Guys 2. And at 8, Elio. 7, Thunderbolts. 6, Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. 5, How to Train Your Dragon. Superman at 4. Fantastic Four 3. Lilo and Stitch 2. And I had Jurassic World Rebirth at 1.
Rebirth.
So looking at these numbers, John, you had 2 complete misses. You got a dark horse. You got 3 spot on. That is what essentially won this for you.
That's the
you got.
Reveal.
At the beginning of this competition, I knew if I could get numbers 5, 6, and 7 exactly right, that it would be.
Because it's 13, right? Isn't it? Or
no,
is it 10?
No, it's
that's
10,
what you say every year, John. If I could get those ones right, I would
5,
win.
6, and 7, and a dark
right
horse
every time. He's right every time when it happens.
As I always say, 10 is the hardest to get because you do get bonus points.
Oh, and I was close because Weapons finished 10th,
which is insane.
2 million shy,
friggin' nowhere.
A Final Destination.
Yeah.
So literally a couple of days difference would have put Final Destination right at 10. So Final Destination is the one I'm most proud of this year.
Yep. So good times. Oh,
did you go see it? How many?
No.
Quick sidebar. How many of the 11 films did you see? Just out of curiosity.
4.
Okay, that's not bad. It's almost half.
I saw Superman, Mission Impossible, Thunderbolts, and F1.
Okay. I should probably go through the actual list of performing. So, number 1, Lilo and Stitch. 2, Superman. 3, Jurassic World Rebirth. Fantastic Four, First Steps ended at 4. Not bad. How to Train Your Dragon. 5, Mission Impossible. 6, 7 was Thunderbolts. F1, the movie, was 8. Final Destination, Bloodlines was 9. And Weapons, the surprise movie of the season,
such a
was
shocker.
10.
Always one.
By the way, John, I'd recommend it, John, when it comes to streamers. If you happen to come by it, it's fun. So to speak. It's fun in a way.
it is definitely a head scratcher, but it is entertaining. Charlie, take us through your picks.
You got it. Well, I started off with my dark horse at Karate Kids Legends, against my will. My number 10 was Elio, 9 Ballerina, 8 F1, 7 Mission Impossible, 6 How to Train Your Dragon, 5 Thunderbolts, asterisk, 4 Lilo and Stitch, bad choice, 3 Superman, 4 Jurassic Park, and number 1, like an idiot, Fantastic Four, First Steps. Idiot!
Yes, so Charlie, you had 3 misses. So the last 3, the dark horse and the last 2, were all misses. But you nailed Mission F1. So that was a movie I did not actually expect to do big business, but it did.
I was going to say I didn't see it. Did you see it, Todd?
I saw it.
Yeah, I did
no,
not see it.
I mean, yeah. If I was going to see it, I should have seen it in the theater. I think I've heard it's amazing.
100%.
Yeah.
Because of all
when I saw it in the theater, I was like, I'm really glad I saw it here because I think at home it would kind of be dull. Yeah, it was a good theater experience, I thought.
Okay, that's fair.
Yep. I will have to say, watching F1 is probably more entertaining than NASCAR, where NASCAR is just a big old turn left, turn left, turn left, turn left, turn left.
I love it. And to answer the question that I posed to John, I saw Fantastic Four, Jurassic, Superman, Thunderbolts, Mission Impossible, and that was it.
All right. Okay, so myself, this is what I did. Karate Kids Legend was my dark horse. Bad Guys 2 was number 10. From the World of John Wick, Ballerina, 9. Elio is 8. Mission Impossible was 7. I had for 7. Thunderbolts, I had 6. Superman, 5. Fantastic Four, 4. How to Train Your Dragon, 3. Jurassic Park World, I had 2. And Lilo and Stitch was 1. So I did nail number 1, so that got me 13 points. That was cool. Fantastic Four, I got that spot on with 10 points, and Thunderbolts I got as well. My problem was I had 4 big zeros. My bottom 4 were painful, and it's so crazy because Pixar failed, John Wick failed, Bad Guys 2 failed, and Karate Kids failed. I mean, it's like these are movies I thought would have performed halfway decent, but I was completely wrong.
Yeah, there you go. either home runs or strikeouts.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the blurst of times. Stupid monkey.
And I saw Fantastic Four, Superman, Thunderbolts, Mission Impossible, Ballerina, and Karate Kid Legends of that list. So, and I did see Weapons as well, but I mean, it doesn't count because one's on my list. So just before we get into the actual scores, I think everybody probably knows what happened at this point. Were there any like really surprises to you guys? Like, oh my goodness, I can't believe how well it did, or God, I can't believe how bad it did.
Oh, without a doubt. But John, you go first.
Lilo and Stitch doing as much as it did. I'm not the target demographic.
Right.
But, everyone complains about the live action Disney movies, and it seems to be a pick and choose which ones get, boycotted and which ones do gangbusters,
Right.
And I didn't know there was this pent up demand for Lilo and Stitch, but man, not only did it take number one, but it cleared it by a bit. I mean, I don't think it's not a Barbie shocker or like a Maverick or anything like that, but that one doing as well as it did probably was surprising. I'm not surprised it was number one. I'm surprised it was number one by as much as it was.
Yeah, because it was nearly 100 million more than number two, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe 75 million.
Of course, considering how well I did this year, I should say I'm not very surprised about anything.
How's bragging camp going?
Oh,
it's going pretty good.
No, seriously though, Final Destination. I was surprised. I thought it had a chance, but it came out and was like, oh wow, what a great start, and there was an appetite for it. So I think that one overperformed even to people who thought, it might do well, but maybe not as well as it did. And Weapons is just. That's kind of like, what was it last year? The Blake Lively movie that came out of nowhere.
Not us.
Yeah.
Not about us.
Could be us.
Something like that.
Wasn't me.
Not like us. The Kanye story. No, was it the Drake story?
Yeah. I mean, there really wasn't one of those. Weapons was that version of a movie you didn't see coming to get in there, but I mean, totally different genre. But maybe Karate Kid disappointing the way it did. Especially with how popular Cobra Kai has been,
right?
And
Ballerina too.
Not that I know much about Bad Guys, but I would have thought Bad Guys 2 would have done a little better than it ended up doing. And then just personally, I saw Naked Gun this summer, and I loved it. I thought it was great. It was hilarious. But and I guess it's going to be, I guess it made its budget back or whatever, but it's like, man, it's been a long time since I was in a movie theater to see a comedy where the whole theater was laughing. It was a fun experience I haven't had in a long time. And I just I wish it did better than it did, but it was a fun movie. I didn't put it in my top 10. I didn't think it had a prayer. And that, came to pass that way, but I enjoyed that one. Even though it didn't do big money, but I think Karate Kid is a good should have done better, and in some ways I want to say Ballerina, but I'm not surprised that it did what it did either, since it was John Wick's in it for a few minutes.
Right.
He was in it a little more than I thought he would be.
Yeah. Anyway, audiences can't handle it.
And I think most of the other movies did about what we thought or close to. Yeah, that's my take. So, curious about yours.
Who, me?
You were sure, Charlie. Go for
it. What were the questions again? What surprised? What disappointed?
I said what surprised and what disappointed.
I'm going to mirror a lot of what John said. Lilo and Stitch again. I mean, I know my kids watched that 15 going on 20 years ago, but you don't really stop to think, especially with the string of really crappy, at least quality-wise, live adaptations, and then Snow White absolutely tanked and was packed with controversy. Apparently, there was nothing controversial about Lilo and Stitch at all, I guess, even though I don't think that the human co-stars were white, which it makes things all up in uproar for a certain group of people. Well, because it's set in Hawaii, right? So
correct on the people were not. Or are you saying because they were of color?
Because they were of color, I thought.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I don't think you want to whitewash those characters. Like, what was the one? What was the one girl who
was Emma Stone in it?
Oh, was that the one with Emma Stone where she was like half Japanese or something like that?
Oh,
yes.
God. Oh, yeah. God. I saw
that idea
not that long ago. I know the movie you're talking about.
Okay.
Though I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, just with the colossal failure of Snow White, I thought, well, I guess this is just setting the table for the fact that this live action Disney thing is not, and then they come along and they knock it out of the park like that. Jurassic World was terrible, but it still did okay.
It's turned into the Transformers.
What's that?
It's turned into the Transformers. They just keep making them not good. And
and Elio, was that Pixar or was that DreamWorks? That was a Pixar, right?
It was Pixar.
Yeah,
Pixar.
They can't get it off the ground with original IP. They just can't. It's just tanks.
Well, I mean, after Inside Out did so well last year, I mean, that was a huge movie. You thought, well, maybe Pixar's back, and everybody's like, yeah, they can get there. And the fact that, I think part of it is you don't see science fiction animated movies do well at all.
Yeah,
there's not been one that's been like, this is a great science fiction. Treasure Planet, that was a classic. And, there's not a lot of good ones. Or was it Mars Needs Moms or something like that movie did not do well. So animation, was not a factor this summer, which is crazy. Normally is.
Yeah, they keep, How to Train Your Dragon, and it was another live action adaptation. That was less than 10 years old because really it's, maybe people who were teens and now they're in their early 20s. And so that was motivating them to go, and still keep it interesting for the kids. So that was a surprise. I wanted Thunderbolts to do better. I thought it was a quality film. But it was, again, Todd, you and I have talked about this many times. When you pack your cast with characters from the TV shows, you're creating an extra layer of homework that I think people are just done with. I think it's just kind of donezo. People don't want to have to walk in there and be flipping in the dark, be flipping through a notebook saying, now who was Ghost again? Oh, okay. Yeah, people have no idea. And they don't want to.
Didn't matter. They killed her off, the first 15 minutes?
No, that was Taskmaster. But yeah.
Oh, Taskmaster. That's right.
Ghost was the one.
See, even I don't even remember anymore.
You see what I mean? Exactly. And you're a comic book guy. So, obviously I wanted my Fantastic Four to dominate because I love them, but that was me not making a smart move. It was going from here, not from here, and the smart money was obviously on the big pleaser. So I went from a high of winning last year to being at the bottom this year, but every next year is a year to turn it around. Plus, what John will tell you as we move forward.
Well, yeah. So it's to me, the weird part is that we actually got 3 good superhero films in the summer, which is unprecedented. We typically get the Sony Spider-Man spinoff, which never does well. So, and then, we basically got a redemption for both Superman and the Fantastic Four, which is great. But we're at a point now where just those superhero films, they find their core audience. I mean, they get like their hardcore audience week 1. And then, if word of mouth gets around, people just don't go to every comic book movie anymore. So I get that. Pixar, not, once again, a new IP. There was only 2 movies in the top 10, which were new IP. Elio and Weapons. That's it. Everything else is a franchise. It's part of something bigger, which is disappointing. I guess if you count F1, that's new, but it's, it's not exactly something that's like, oh, racing. I mean, it's racing. It's popular. But other than that, yeah. I mean, I'm
going in a circle.
I'm really happy. I mean, that certain movies did well, and I will tell you, man, my biggest disappointment this summer had to be Mission Impossible. Man, I did not like that movie one bit.
Oh, not at all. And 3 hours long, and just
half of it was that plane fight. Right. It was horrible. Everybody's so great. I'm like, no, it's the dumbest thing I ever saw in my life.
I mean, they really lost me when you found out that he was Aquaman. The way that he can swim in the Arctic in his underwear, because he did a lot of stuff in his underwear.
And then he woke up in that bubble with the girl, and I'm like, is this a dream? Nope. She just crawled in there to keep him warm. And then never mind.
And then he still is forcibly kisses women too, or he does a lot of too much face time. He's just a very awkward dude. So yeah, I wanted it to be better, and I wanted it to maybe have a more conclusive ending. But at the end of it, they're just like. And they all walk their different ways.
Part 1 was very good. I really like part 1, but
he's gonna do it till he's 90.
That's right. I will say, I think Karate Kid Legends, unfortunately, I feel like people are just Karate Kid it out maybe after all those Cobra Kai seasons, kind of know where everybody's at. But I liked the movie quite a bit. It was a lot of fun. Pacey from Dawson's Creek is in it too, in a role that's actually pretty good that nobody knew that he was in.
Would it be better if Joey was in it though? Do you think Katie
I don't know about that. She's still hiding from Tom Cruise dating.
Yeah, he should have been the villain in Mission Impossible. Then we would have had
Nicole Kidman, Katie Holmes, they all show up.
Right. It'd be like
Tom's exes
against
God.
and Mimi Rogers. Remember, he was married to Mimi Rogers too.
And soon Anna de Armas can join.
And wasn't it with Penelope? Was it Penelope
Cruz? Another.
Oh my God!
You could have a whole cabal. Okay, somebody start writing this down. A whole cabal of exes that are
Marriage Impossible. Oh,
yes,
we've done it, everyone. Book it. Oh well, let's announce the results. Why we all came to the party. Starting in third place, Charlie with 47. His number.
That's my number.
His number. Second place, Todd with 55. Double Cinco. There you go.
The old 55.
And then John with 64, crushing the competition. Holy crumbs. So what does that mean? John will be getting Prince Gisor. Do you already have him, or is he already there?
No,
Charlie has him.
Charlie has him. He's going to be on loan at Charlie's for now, since I'm in the middle of packing up and moving things. It's like I don't need more things on my plate at the moment to deal with, but
I'll make this additional commitment. It'll happen before the end of the day, and photographic evidence will be provided. I will write on a small post-it note, property of Jon Cyr, 2025.
You know what he needs? He needs like a gold chain with like John's name.
That sounds like an Etsy project, so I can't make that happen today. But I can.
How about a sticker? Maybe a label. Get the label maker out.
Well, no,
John 2025 winner.
I can make a label printer. Maybe I could do that.
You get like a J and a C and a T, and it'll be like a traveling like a WWE belt or a chain or something.
Gisor with a WWE belt would look pretty great.
That first year I had the sheet, and you had to sign for it every year, and that just went in the garbage. So then we could keep track of who had.
I didn't know we had custody agreements on Gisor.
Yeah, right. we have to meet in the McDonald's parking lot, exchange it. Here you go.
I think I won the first few years in a row, so I was like, well, we don't need to keep this sheet going because no one else is going to get it. But
once again, John, you have won how many times now? Do you know?
It's easy. I think this is 5.
Okay.
I've won once. Wow. Charlie's won 4.
No, well, don't forget, one of those years we didn't have it.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
We did.
I feel better. 3.
We did the NHL or something like.
But we didn't count it.
It
was just something to pass time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is 5. I think I won 5, Charlie 3, and you once. I believe.
All right. We'll see how that goes.
That's right. Yeah.
Somebody should make a note of that for the future. So now that we've actually said how many times, so that
I used to have all the tabs and everything of every year, but I don't see. Some of them went away for some reason. I'm not sure why, but oh well. Okay. Well, that leads us into 2026, where let's make some predictions. Nothing. You don't have to stick to these. It's not like we're going to pick a year in advance, because that would be a horrible idea, because half of these movies would move.
And I did slap a tab on our sheet down at the end past John 2025. This is 2026, 2027, where I listed some likely competitors, which are more than welcome. Okay. But
we should probably put a tab to just winner every year too, just so we don't forget. We don't have to remember that.
I will add that and slide it to the end right now, but keep talking.
Yes. So 2026, the summer movie preview. I think as we just go through this, stop and tell me if you think this is probably going to be in the top 10. I think that's the best way to do that. Okay. And if you say like 25 movies will be in the top 10, then we've got a problem. Mm-hmm. So here we go. I will count us in. May 1st, Devil Wears Prada 2. I guess that's when we're kicking it off. Wow.
That's a tough one, because it could be.
That sounds like Freaky Friday type of numbers to me.
And how did Freaky Friday do?
Decent, but not top 10.
Right.
Devil Wears Prada 2. We talked about this a couple weeks ago, John. Devil Wears Prada made like almost $400 million. Crazy successful. And this is based on a sequel book.
Back.
Yeah,
I think so. And
Emily Blunt, and
it sounds like
that's the question.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. So I think this one does make the top
contender.
10. Yeah. Then we have May 15th, Mortal Kombat 2. That was just moved. I think because it's early enough, it potentially could.
Oof, I don't know.
But maybe not. I don't know. Yeah.
My first instinct is no.
Okay.
How did the last one do?
It didn't go in theaters. It was on HBO Max on home. It was a home release.
Then there isn't really a way to know. I'm gonna also say no. I think it would look like it, but it's a mirage. So I'm with John.
I mean, you could judge it off of Mortal Kombat 2, the original Mortal Kombat 2, which was one of the worst movies ever made. There you go.
It only matters if people go see it. Doesn't? Yeah. Because Jurassic World.
Well, I don't think anybody went and saw Mortal Kombat 2.
That's exactly my point. Yeah, exactly.
Then we have May 22nd, Mandalorian and Grogu.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
I obviously top 10, yes. I am feeling that might not do as well as maybe people think.
I think that's possible.
It's not on Disney Plus, so now you have to pay for it.
People might be Star Wars out. It's possible.
Yeah, I mean, that one requires homework. I think you get the core Star Wars people. I don't know. I feel like Solo vibes from it, or Rogue One. It'll
possible.
I don't think it's a number one contender. No.
Top
well,
5?
we shall see as we go through these, because I think I know it will be number one. But
top 5, top 10. Top 10, I think, is a given. But
yeah, maybe top 3. I think I'm going to say top 3
because it all depends on the competition too.
Yeah,
because at this point,
and it is it's a Memorial Day weekend movie.
Correct. So it gets extra, less competition. And, quite honestly, there's not a lot here that's going to be competition around it. Mortal Kombat 2 obviously is not,
2-3 weeks.
So it's kind of by itself.
Yeah.
So I say top 10. I say probably top 5 as well. Masters of the Universe, June 5th. It's got 2 weeks. Mando and Grogu has 2 weeks by itself. This movie, I think the good thing about this movie, it is being made by Travis Knight, who made the best Transformer film and also made all those Leica films. Great director. And if he's got a cool take, I don't know if this is going to be more like Barbie. We have not had any trailers. This could be like a Barbie type movie, or it could be really bad. I don't think this gets in the top 10. I just think there's no nostalgia for He-Man outside of the core.
I think it has Dark Horse written all over it myself.
I'll go Dark Horse, but I will not go top 10 because you're right. Without a built-in appetite for people who aren't us, then there's no hope. Yeah, as we've learned.
The cast in this, though, is amazing. I love the fact that it is Morena Baccarin, Jared Leto, Kristen Wiig, James Purefoy, and it's also got what's her name from Community, Alison.
Oh, Alison Brie.
Yeah, she's playing the the evil. Is she playing Evelyn? I think maybe
Evelyn or Evelyn, if you prefer.
Evelyn, yes, Evelyn.
We try not to sexualize Annie around here, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't want to sexualize her. So we go. This is going to be hard because we've got June 12th, Scary Movie. The Wayans brothers are back. I
floated it in there. Like I said, if you're looking at the tab of the ones I thought, that seems very wild cardish to me. You know what I mean? Because
Naked Gun sort of.
Yeah, it had the Naked Gun. It's kind of that vibe. And do people simply say, well, I don't know what that is? And who the hell are the Wayans brothers, right? Does anybody know In Living Color? Does anyone know the original film from 1999 or 2000, whenever the first one came out?
All those great movies they made, like White Chicks and
White Chicks will be lining up.
It was Black.
I'm going to get you, sucker.
50 Shades of Black.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think comedies aren't. That's not what people go to movies for. Even like yeah. I'd say probably no. I mean, it could be.
Spoofs are hard too. Most spoofs are bad too, and they don't do very well.
Could be funny, but if you look at the old scary movies, man, most of them weren't.
Right. Exactly.
Correct.
And we're looking for, if you really want, you don't want anything that's south of 100 million, largely to be in that top 10.
Yeah, exactly. I'd have to look again to see where they all ended, but I believe everything we picked was over 100 million.
Was in those triple digits.
Pretty good. Then we've got a Steven Spielberg 2026 project. I don't know, guys, with that title.
No.
It tells me a lot. Although the cast, Colin Firth, Emily Blunt, the fact that it has no name yet, that's weird. But yeah,
I think it's not going to happen.
Yeah, less than a year. Yeah, it might not get pushed. Yeah.
And Spielberg's movies, actually, lately, he hasn't had a big box office performer in years.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's true.
Yep. But you know what? What will be huge, June 19th, Toy Story 5. Oh, yes.
Top 5. I think
that might be number one.
I think that Toy Story has been kept alive in a way that the last 3 generations love Toy Story.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's what's going to make it successful. So yeah, I might put that in number 1 as well. I'm kind of with you guys.
Kids who watched it now have kids. So it's going to be that thing. You know, they probably still have their VHS tape.
That was just the thing. I know Victoria, who's my stepdaughter, who was born in 1994, and Toy Story came out in 1995. So her first VHS tape as a 1 or 2 year old was that, and she wore out 2 or 3 of them, according to April. So yes, it's in great, and it's getting a re-release in the theaters this fall too. So I bet people will go see it then.
Yeah, because John, your kids were probably right around that age. You know, I mean, yeah. So very cool. Then we go to June 26th. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. I'm excited for this film, but there has been no.
Love Supergirl, love Millie Alcock. Not sure the general public.
I'm afraid of the discrimination. Like, why is Superman a girl now? Like people just won't get it because Supergirl does not have a track record on the big screen. What do we have? Helen Slater in 1984.
Yeah, based on that great movie.
Right.
So
dubious, but Superman was a delight that everybody really enjoyed.
What's his name in it though? What's his name? Aquaman.
Jason Momoa. He's going to play Lobo.
Yeah, he's playing Lobo.
Yes. I was going to say Mojo, but it's Lobo. It's another role.
That's the kind of movie though that could bring in,
the quadrants,
female demographic, whether to watch the female superhero or for Jason Momoa.
Oh,
you got your comic book people.
That's 2 quadrants, 3 quadrants. Yeah.
James Gunn. There's probably
the vibe
there isn't the Snyder Bros angry at Supergirl probably. So
right, yeah, they don't have anything to be mad about except for she's a girl.
Yep.
I think the vibe of her, because considering the vibe we got from her in the movie, I think it could kind of mix things up because it's a young female,
kind of like I mean, I know the story they're basing her off of, and it does have a little bit of like a Hancock vibe too. Like
very much so. The to play devil's advocate, the transitive property that did not work for Ballerina, could that hurt this as well? People could say, well, Superman was a hit, John Wick was a hit.
Marvel's would probably be the last one that was a female-driven superhero film. Did not do well.
Yeah.
But once again, that was a lot of I don't know who those characters are because they were all in Disney Plus series. Yeah.
No homework here. Because people saw Superman.
Not too far removed from COVID still. Theaters hadn't really come back as much. And that had the Brie Larson factor. So many people don't like her.
That's very true. Yep. That's very true.
So that was just not a good mix for that movie.
I think top 10. I think 10.
I think for sure. Yeah.
Great.
Gotcha.
Then we go to July 1st. You know what you can't kill? Those damn Minions.
My wife despises the Minions. Just Minions? Everybody hates something, right? And that's hers. So yeah. But how did the last one do? That becomes the question. And then you just deduct. Because, tell me if I'm wrong, generally speaking, sequels are diminishing returns. So the question is how much? What was the last sequel that just blew up the original that was like, oh my God, they did twice as well?
I think Minions has been declining, if I remember.
Yeah.
I think
most of them have. Yeah.
Whatever year we had Minions 3, I know I put it in our competition kind of high, and it
Minions. Minions 2. Yeah, Minions 2. This is
at least it flopped compared to where I thought it would finish.
See, so Minions: The Rise of Gru grossed $370 in the U.S.
Okay, this is the first one.
$940 worldwide. So, I mean, no, this is the second one. So Minions, and you had Minions: The Rise of Gru was the sequel.
$340. Yeah. So even if you garnered it at 60%, I mean, what's the slide? I guess the question is then it becomes what's the slide? What's a typical
What do you want to see? The first film?
It'll be a top 10 movie.
Yeah,
that's what really matters.
It'll land.
Yeah, the first movie made 336 in the U.S. So quite honestly, pretty flat. Yeah, they're not declining really, so pretty good. So we'll see how that goes. I still think top 10, sure. But yeah, I think diminishing returns. Then we've got we go to July 10th, Moana. We'll see if this live action continues, considering Moana has been out only like 10 years, maybe, or longer.
Right. Yeah. So it's and will it be confusion? People are like, well, I already saw that one, or it's not like, where's the nostalgia for something that's less than 10 years old? I mean, they always kept remaking the Spider-Man movies, but it wasn't a direct remake, where I assume this is a shot for shot, or really it's essentially the same plot as the animated film.
Moana is very beloved, though.
Yes, my son loves it. It's one of his favorite Disney films.
And kids love it too. So now that's in July. When did Lilo and Stitch come out, though? Weren't they like right at the beginning of this summer's competition?
Mid-June?
I thought Lilo and Stitch came out early.
Was it a Memorial Day?
Lilo and Stitch came out May 23rd. So very early. So long legs.
Less time than Lilo and Stitch have. So
For
Moana, I feel like Moana top 10. The ones that don't do well clearly have the controversy, like Little Mermaid had and Snow White had.
Right.
So I don't think
well, they got The Rock.
Right.
Maybe that'll matter.
Yeah, we know that The Rock is box office gold. Look at Black Adam and how assertive he was that he was taking over the DC films.
Oh. Definitely changed. What was it? He called it changing the dynamic or something.
The conversation, as it were. But yes, absolutely.
He used something else. It's like, and I'm like, yes, you did. You turned it. You turned it into the iceberg there, Titanic.
You turned it into the iceberg.
Moana, I think that's top 10. We go to July 17th, The Odyssey. Wow.
I will.
This is a Nolan film.
I will say that they put pre-sale tickets out a few weeks ago, and a year in advance, and they sold out. Or that was the story.
Well, Nolan has rabid fan base.
Yes,
very much so.
That will be a top 10 movie. I almost guarantee it.
I would say.
Yeah, I've been going through and ticking these off on my sheet, and I put the ones in red that we're talking about potentially being top 10. So just so we can remember this conversation.
Okay. I would say there's probably only a handful of directors that are must see, and I would say Jordan Peele at this point is like people go to see what he makes rather than just the film itself.
Right.
I think Nolan's still there. He's way up there. Maybe I don't know who else is there these days, because it seems like a lot of those folks that were bankable now are not. But we shall see. I do think top 10.
And I think I spelled Odyssey wrong. That is not with an E at the end. There we go.
Okay. It just had like multiple Y's and S's, like Mississippi, right?
Yeah,
it has Y's in it, doesn't it?
PPI, MISSIPPI.
This one might be the surprise summer of the movie of the summer, July 24th. Evil Dead Burn. The Evil Dead series is reinvented itself, and this could be the weapons of the summer, but I could be wrong. I have not liked the turn to be far more real horror. I don't know. They don't do much for me.
Yeah, I know very little about that.
Yeah. Oh, even now. Yeah, I don't know. So I wouldn't say so.
Listen to everything else that has come out already. It sounds like it would be kind of difficult to get in there.
It would be.
It's definitely a more packed summer of movies are going to be big hits. I think this upcoming year than right now, I would say.
What was the last one? Evil Dead Rise? What was it called?
Was that the one in the apartment? Wasn't there one in an apartment?
Yeah, 2023. That film made...
John, don't move into that building.
67 million. So I probably, this will probably not be in the top 10. So it's only 67 million. I mean, something would really have to change. Then we get to July 31st, Spider-Man Brand New Day. Literally only gets a month. So it really is not going to have a chance to really run it out. This is like where, isn't this where Shang-Chi was right around then?
Oh, no, Shang-Chi was at Labor Day. It was 1 week.
Yeah.
What? It was only one? Oh, God. What was Disney doing?
It's still, as a matter of fact, if I look back, was that 2020?
Right. We had that. I remember that year because it's going to get a big opening weekend, but would it be enough to get into top 10 with 1 week?
Hold on. Well, I got the information here.
I think
Spider-Man 2021. Shang-Chi was 5th.
So it placed 5th. With
September 1st? It opened September 1st.
In one weekend, it did 94 million.
Well, this is domestic opening 75.
Well, remember, though.
As of 9/7. We said, if you're looking at the tab, it says box office.
Oh, got it.
That's a different
We didn't allow it to run out, though, right? Did we allow that one to run out this week, or did we stop it?
No,
okay, so it only made 75 its first weekend. So,
remember, that was the
2021
back from COVID. There were, I don't even think we had more than a couple movies that even made 100 million because of so it was like, okay, this one will probably place. It's just how high do you put it?
Right.
Well, 3 days. 3 days.
Wow. Yeah, Spider-Man comes out July 31st. That's still an entire month. It's going to make the majority of its money in its first, 3-4 weeks. Anyway. So I think I mean,
not to go too far off the rails, but and I don't know, Todd, if you did this, putting the result. Our first year, which was 2016, the top grossing film was Finding Dory, 478, and we had the slowest performing film was a decent amount over 100. So things that really have changed.
Well, Lilo Stitch made 423 this year, so that's not too bad. I mean, but like money, cost, everything like that. Yeah,
but it was ahead by a mile, like you said. But anyway, we're getting too deep into the weeds here. But
anyway. Got it. So yeah, this is definitely going to be top 5.
Oh yeah.
Top 3 maybe.
Maybe top 3. I'm going to say
Spider-Man has a lot of goodwill.
People love Spider-Man. They really do like Tom Holland. Those films have all done well. So yeah.
Okay, here we go. August 14th, Spidey gets 2 weeks no competition, and then Paw Patrol comes in to kick some ass. I know this is huge with kids, so I don't know. I'd have to see how is that. I don't know if this is their first. Maybe I'll look to see if there's been other Paw Patrol movies.
A lot of because it's a Paramount property. They've had.
Yes.
I've seen specials there on Paramount Plus. So watch new Paw Patrol, the Blizzity Blaz and something. So yeah, I don't know how diluted it is that they're going to try to shove it to the big screen and it's going to make a big splash, so to speak.
Okay, so they have had, let's see, Paw Patrol the movie 2021. They had Paw Patrol Mission Big Screen, Paw Patrol the Dino. So I don't even know if and then the Mighty movie, is that a real movie? Yeah, okay. Paw Patrol the Mighty movie in 2023 made 65. That was 2023.
So
then we
sounds like a nice little kids August movie that'll
not gonna move the dial. Yeah,
70 million.
To stay under the threshold. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So that definitely will not play unless
it won't leg out.
But with only 2 weeks though, too. Yeah,
3 weeks or so. Yeah.
August 21st, Insidious Red Tail. From what I understand, is Insidious is like one of the highest grossing franchises in horror. Only though 3 weeks. So I don't think it's in top 10.
If that was able to do its whole run, maybe.
Yes.
But if we get to cut it off after 2 weeks, I don't see how it
agreed
breaks it.
And then wrapping it up, the movie we thought would never get released, Coyote versus Acme, August 28th, 2026. Glad it's getting
Was that supposed to come out this year? Did they push back a whole year? Oh,
no, weird. This was the movie that WB said we're going to actually cancel it and take the tax write-off. And then everyone begged it to come out. Yeah, so they sold it to the ketchup company or whatever it's called.
Heinz?
No, there's a company that distributes called like the ketchup company.
Heinz is in the movie business.
Yes,
it's like GE and like 30 Rock.
That's the microwave division.
That's the microwave division.
Yes. What is it? The Shineheart Wig Company.
Shineheart Wig Corporation.
Shineheart Wig is having our first quarterly losses since the Civil War. It's always the line I remember.
Believe me, it is like the ketchup company or something that distributes this film because they also did the other one. So I will tell you if it's actually the ketchup company or something else. I don't know who the producer or whatever. I'll look it up and
I don't think it'll finish top 10.
No, not with 3 days. It's no Shang-Chi.
I think we're done. Yeah, I think we're done.
I think we run out.
Okay.
So the real wild card is...
Oh, it is. It is Ketchup Entertainment. I was right.
Wow.
The merger with mustard or peanut butter and jelly is in the offing.
Mayo chup, where you put mayonnaise and ketchup. Yeah, they call it everything.
Mayonnaise have any movies coming out?
Fancy sauce.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, the condiment movie. Well, that is it for our movie wager summer. We had fun. It didn't go as planned, but at least some of the movies were good. So that is it for the podcast. I want to say thank you for Jon for being on the podcast. It's kind of a weird one because it's my last SFU broadcast as well. It's an end of an era, 11 years.
You're going to make me talk. Damn. Well, as you know, as we talked about, Jon, if you don't mind, I'll say my outgoing bit, but Peter and I are taking over control of the podcast. You'll see the Code 47 and the Hotcon Chronicles will continue uninterrupted. Secret Friends Unite, this show will endure in a certain form. We're kicking some stuff around. You're going to see more of our Patreon content vary and change. You're going to see a lot of it over there. Again, at patreon.com/Secret Friends Unite. We'd love to see you over there. But you're going to see some changes. And Todd is going to move on to do what Todd wants to do. And I appreciate that. And I would not have guessed that Todd brought me into this, and then Mark came along, and now I'm somehow the last man standing. Yeah, it's kind of surreal, but I enjoy doing this. In some ways, they talk about destiny and being an entertainer, and I kind of feel like it was something that's baked into my DNA. So I'm hoping I'm entertaining you, and I hope you continue to listen. I appreciate your patronage. That's all I got.
All right. So, Jon, I know people can find you on OnlyFans, but thank you for being on once again. Glad we could do this, and we'll continue on the Summer Movie Wager for years to come. So thank you so much, Jon.
Would love to have you guys back to have a kickoff and a kick down next year. Kick down? Absolutely. Is that what we call this? Is this the kick down? The kick down. Oh, for me, because I lost.
Yes. We kick down the black horse.
The beat down.
The beat down. Kick down the black.
It's turned into the beat down this year.
Really focus next year on getting movies 5, 6, and 7 spot on, and you'll be fine.
Wise words.
Get your black horse crystal ball.
Yeah, the black.
See more movies. That'll move the dial.
Yeah, go see it. All right. Well, that is, if I might, that is our show. Todd, the adventure awaits for you, but if people still want to talk to you, how do they do that?
They can follow me on the Blue Sky at Todd Oxtra, and they can also follow me on the Threads, Instagram, and Facebook at Toxtra.
Fantastic. And I can be found at my big 3 social medias, which would be Threads, Instagram, and Blue Sky, at the C3, TheCeeThree. Of course, please go over to our Secret Friends Unite Discord. Still the best place around to have fun chats about pop culture and geek media. If you don't find us there on Discord or don't know anything about Discord, please send me a DM and I will hook you up. But with that, I bid you adieu. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to tell you that sharing is caring and to keep on trucking.
Be the hero, not the villain.
In a truck.
And that's a wrap.
This podcast is part of the Secret Friends Unite podcasting network, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and podcast services around the galaxy, as well as video on our YouTube channel. You can support Secret Friends Unite by becoming a Patreon member, get bonus programs and more over at patreon.com/Secret Friends Unite. Join our Discord community for even more discussions on all things geek. For all the latest updates on Secret Friends Unite, make sure to follow us on Threads at secret.friends.unite and visit secretfriendsunite.com. Find our merchandise at TeePublic and Redbubble. Thanks for listening, and may the Force live long and prosper.